friends. Doc South sitting here with you, and I was just thinking back, reminiscing to my days with the rescue squad down in Wilson, North Carolina. Now, I also worked. My day job was to work on boilers. Yeah, I worked on boilers and advised people pretty much how to keep their boilers healthy. If you don't run some of these boilers properly, well, next thing you know, they're not looking so good. And depending on how bad they look, it's yeah, it might be time to run for your life if the boiler's really acting up. And it's pretty hard to outrun a boiler that's decided to pop. I can tell you that. But the rescue squad, I think, was my favorite thing down there. I got to say, I had the best friends there, and the man, we got ourselves into some in and out of many a predicament, and usually with flying colors. And one thing we did, one thing we did was when the county fair, came to the city of Wilson, we were given the task of handling the parking. And for some reason, I guess somehow the squad got a piece of the parking fee. So it was a good fundraiser for the squad, and all hands on deck. You all had to take your turn directing traffic into the parking lot. And that was, if you had a wife and children, you kissed them goodbye because you might not come home. you you might just not make it. A Navy corpsman at Iwo Jima stood a better chance of seeing his family than we did, because man, people would get so sore, and a lot of those Southern boys packed guns. Yeah, you tell them they got to go park over there, and they wanted to park over there. Yeah, or they wanted a spot close to the gate, and you're sending them to the far corner of the field. Yeah, most people took it in stride, but there was always someone who decided, where he wanted to park was way more important than anything else on this earth at that moment. Right. Okay. And tempers could flare. You had to keep your cool. That's what they tell us. And that was hard. So usually we worked in pairs. That way, at least, if one of us got shot, the other one could at least get the license plate of the guy that did the shooting as he sped off. And you'd watch the crowd. You would, because if hey, some guy looked like he was going for a shoulder holster or something, okay, maybe he was going to park a little closer. But one day, and it was a good chance to people watch too. On a positive note, yes. And you'd see the families coming in with the kids, and the kids are all squirming and fighting to look out the window to see what the Ferris wheel was doing, all that kind of thing. And there were stock car races going on at the track, and cars were roaring by. You could see clouds of dust, and yeah, they usually ran races as well, and it was cool. It was cool. Or there may have been some kind of event with horses, or the best hog in Wilson County, that kind of, yeah. There was a lot of stuff going on. It was actually, there was even a hoochie coochie show. Yes. No, I never did go to it. I should have, but I never did. Well, it's too much money. I wasn't that rich. But the thing is, I'm standing there with one of my rescue partners, James, and he and we're basically watching the mainstream of traffic come in. And they came in, usually they had to get down to one at a time. And as they came in, as they got up to us, we'd say, go left. There'll be a guy to park you down there, or go right. And like that. And you watched the crowd. And I all of a sudden, I'm looking about 8 cars down. I said, James, come here and look at this. He said, what's the matter? Guy got a gun? I said, no, I don't think so. But oh my God, he has the ugliest girlfriend. Can you see her? This one I had better eyesight. James, he said, oh my God, that is one ugly girl. Oh, oh my God. And we're just sitting, man, we've seen some ugly women in our day, but we never saw anything as ugly as this. Oh my gosh. Oh. And he says, God, she's got funny looking hair. She's got her hair up in a bow, but man, it don't help. And look at her, man. She's just climbing all over that guy, kissing him up one end, down the other. Oh, God. And oh, my good Lord, she's wrapped her hands. Oh, my gosh, she's wrapped her hands around the guy. She's giving him a big old smooch right on the nose. Oh, God. And and the guy's trying to, come on, mama, give it back there. Yeah. And, oh, man. Well, we finally gets up to us, and we realize what we were watching. The ugly girl was a chimpanzee, and the guy was an animal trainer. And I said, "Oh, man!" I said, we were saying, hey, what's that?" He says, "Gentlemen, meet Lulu." Yes, she's very affectionate, as you can see. He says, "I'm doing the monkey show at the fair here with Lulu and a few of her friends. Most of her friends are already there, but Lulu kind of rides with me. And she's in a little, like I said, she's in a polka dot dress, her hair all done up." And I said, "Okay, okay, we thought she was your date." He said, "Well, no," he says, "she is affectionate though, isn't she? Lulu, you want to say hi to the guys?" And he must have given her, because she was a very friendly chimpanzee. She was. And he said, "Lulu, these guys think you could be prettier." And with that, she looks at us. He must have given her some kind of hand signal. And she looks at the both of us and goes, like that. And he says, "Lulu, that isn't nice." And he said, "Now, come on, you go make friends with these boys. They're here to help." And she kind of smiled, and she put her hand out to shake hands. And she actually, she gave each, James and I both, a kiss. Yep. And and he went on. Later, after he parked, had walked past us, and little Lulu was she was maybe about 3 foot high, give or take. And he had her by the hand, and he said, "Yep, she's my date for the night." I said, "Well, good luck, sir. Have fun at the show." He says, "Well, we will. It's a good show. You boys come on in. I'll get you in for free." We didn't get a chance. We said, "Well, we're never going to make it. We're going to be here all night." He says, "Well, still," he says, "God bless. You guys go on." And there you go. And again, Lulu, again, he must have done something to tell her this, but she looked over at her shoulder and gave us each the raspberry. One for James, one for me. And I guess for thinking she was so ugly. Well, really, we thought she was ugly as humans go. Right. She actually was, for a chimpanzee, she was kind of attractive. I gotta say, and that dress kind of, yeah, it was sort of a red and white polka dot. Yeah, mostly white dress with red polka dots. Yeah, and she had like some kind of slippers on, I think, and again, like I said, a big pretty ribbon bow in her hair. And she was good at giving the raspberry. You could hear it all over the county. Oh, well. Anyway, God bless, friends. Good old Lulu. And that guy, you could tell he just loved her. She was, I think, his pride and joy. And it seemed like seemed like a good fella. And Lulu, as chimpanzees go, she looked like a pretty good kid, too. We'll see you later, friends. Thank you, and God bless. Bye now.